Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dana Banana. So today I'm doing a full face of new makeup products that I've been loving. I actually really like the way this look turned out. Yeah. So before we get into this, I would like to mention, I put it on my community tab, but I would like to mention in a video that I have applied to be in the hashtag Sephora Squad, which is something that Sephora is offering to influencers. You apply, you answer all these questions, and then you can get your followers to write testimonials about you. And whenever it ends, they will choose some influencers, and you get sponsorships with Sephora. You get all kinds of things. It's every time somebody asks me, I have a really hard time explaining it, but it would be an extremely positive experience for me. I would absolutely be honored to be a part of that. I can't even, I normally don't do stuff like this. Like whenever a brand is looking for influencers or ambassadors, I never really apply for it. I prefer like when a brand reaches out to me specifically. I'm not a competitive person at all, so I don't like to, compete against others to try to get recognition from a brand. I just really don't. I don't know. I just feel really uncomfortable doing it just because I'm not a super competitive person. It just makes me nervous and I don't like it. But when this came out, originally I didn't want to do it because, once again, I'm not competitive. But then when I read up on it, I was like, okay, Dana, you need to do this. This would be an extreme positive for you. It would be awesome for you. So I decided to do it. So if you would like to help me out, I will leave the link down below. I'll put that first thing in the description box. You can click on that link and just leave a testimonial about me, saying why you like my channel, why you choose to come back to my channel. It will help me out drastically. Maybe give me a better chance of getting onto this Sephora Squad. So yeah, don't feel pressured to do it, but if you have the extra time and you would like to help me out, I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so sorry for all that rambling. This is just something that I'm really excited about and super interested in. So yeah, let's get into the video now. If you want to see what my new favorites are in makeup, then just what new makeup, I can't talk now. If you want to see what new makeup I'm currently loving, then just keep watching. Let's get this party started. We're going to start off with brows, and I'm actually excited to talk about this. I don't think I've mentioned it in a video yet. I believe I have mentioned it on Instagram, but it is the new Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Pomade. I am in the shade, what shade am I in? Medium brown. I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, on and off, and I really like it. It lasts a really long time. I was just playing around one night, and I was like, you know what, let me sleep with this on. I took all of my makeup off except for my brows, and I left this on my brows, and in the morning they still looked exactly the same. I know most people take their brows off at the end of the day, but just in case you don't, if you're curious, this really does last a long time. So I'm gonna speed this up and just kind of show you how I do my brows. I hate doing my brows on camera, but I'm just gonna do it this time because I gotta do it every now and then. This stuff is really easy to work with. It's very creamy, but it's not like too creamy to where it kind of just slides all over the place. I really like it. What do you think? Now I'm going to prime my eyes. Okay, I've been talking about this quite a few times. I want y'all to still know I am still a loyal P. Louise fan, still absolutely love this and highly recommend it. But also I have been using the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. I still really like it. And one thing I found that it was really good for is, okay, so I know like one other person has had the same problem as me. I don't know if, I've never really heard of many people talking about this, but my Modern Renaissance palette, I have a problem. I love this palette. It's a really nice little palette, but I do have a problem with it feeling greasy on my eyelids. Like it kind of looks, no matter what base I would use, it looked slightly like oily, I don't know, and it would kind of transfer a lot even with my P. Louise base. So with the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease Canvas being slightly more dry than the P. Louise base, I tested it out with that and it solved the problem completely. I used that palette the other day and I didn't have any issues with it transferring or looking greasy or anything. So yeah, if you're, I don't know if that's like a common problem, but if you've ever had that problem with an eyeshadow palette, like it's just kind of more like almost greasy feeling. I don't know. I know that's weird to say, but it's true. It's true for me. The Cut Crease Canvas is a good, or for me, has been a good solution for that. This brush I'm using is the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro. I'm not sure, it doesn't have a number on it. But I think I've mentioned these brushes in a recent video. But I bought a couple of the Studio Pro like single brushes instead of, because I normally get sets from BH Cosmetics, and I decided to get like a couple singles, and I want them all now. They are such good brushes. They're still really inexpensive compared to most brushes out there. They are a little bit more expensive since you get them in singles instead of a set, but BH Cosmetics always has deals on their site. So I've got this one, and I'm probably going to speed up the eye look, but I will be using this one as well. This is, oh, maybe they do have numbers. Okay, yeah, so this is brush number 7, and then this one is 16. And this is like a fluffy blending brush. It's so soft, it does not shed even the tiniest bit, and it blends beautifully. And I just love the way these brushes look. They just look luxurious, and they're like, they feel nice. I haven't heard anything about the Studio Pro brushes, and I cannot believe it because I think they're incredible. Oh my god. Oh my god. These brows have been done for like an hour now. Not even exaggerating. I did a whole damn look on this eye, and when I put my liner on, I don't know, something started irritating me in the inner corner, and it just started watering, and it messed up the entire look. And it was like an intricate look, not intricate, but like I did a cut crease and everything, and it's still watering a little bit. I should probably stop touching it, but I just decided to do like a very simple look like this. I just used 2 colors, but I've been wanting to do a video on these 2 palettes. I do need to mention these because they are absolutely worth mentioning. They are the new Makeup Geek palettes. You can find these at Target or online. I will link them down below. This one I used today, I used the Peach Bellini. In my first look, I actually used all of them, but I used both palettes, but the quality of the shadows are unbelievable. They're super pigmented, super blendable. The shimmers are so creamy. I love these palettes so much. I'm just gonna go in and start on this other eye. This look doesn't take long at all. I'm going in the, oh, I'm sorry, this one is called Peach Bellini, and this one is called Champagne and Rosé. So I'm going in with the shade Nectar, this one right here. And this brush that I'm using is the Ulta Beauty Blending Shadow Brush. Love this brush. So I'm just like packing this all over my lid, and then I'll go in and blend everything out. But this Nectar shade that I'm using is probably my favorite shade. It's just so unique, like compared to anything I have. I really, really like it. Then I'm going to take this BH Cosmetics number 16 blending brush that I mentioned earlier, and I'm going in with the Peaches shade right here. These shadows just blend together effortlessly, and you really can do so much with both of these palettes. The color schemes, they did a really good job with the color schemes. I'm going to go ahead and pop on some lashes, and then we'll start on the face. This is the It's You Skin Smoothing Primer. I used this in my Sistar Cosmetics video where I did a full face of that brand, and I don't feel like I mentioned the primer. Like I mentioned the primer, but I didn't really talk about it because to me, you can't really tell how good a primer is, especially with a foundation you haven't tried before. If you're trying it with one of your like favorite foundations, then yeah, you can like get a good feel of how it works. But I tried it with the Sistar foundation, and then, my dog is barking. And then after, she's such a little shit. She has been quiet all day, but when I'm filming and she hears me like talking, I think she just gets excited, so she's just like so rambunctious. After I filmed that video, I started using this with like multiple foundations, and I love this primer. I did talk about it, I mentioned it in my Instagram story, but I haven't said much about it on my channel, and I just want to let you guys know how much I like this. I normally don't like primers like this, like skin smoothing primers. They normally have like the silicone feel. Now this slightly does, but it's very hydrating, and it just like melts into my skin nicely and gives a perfect like smooth base. I'm really, really enjoying that. For foundation, this is not new. It has new stickers on it, but it's not new. I've made an entire video about this. This isn't new, but I'm going to use it anyway because I don't really have a new foundation that I've been loving. This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage foundation. I actually just reviewed this on Influencer. I just got one. Still don't really know how it works, but I just wanted to try it out. So I created one. My username is Dana Banana. If you're interested, if you have one and you want to follow me. But anyway, I just reviewed this on there, and like as I was talking about it, like I always have amazing things to say about this foundation. And I was like, man, I haven't used that in like a week. I need to use it. So that's why I'm using it today. This is such a good foundation. Like one of my top faves. Now this shade is probably okay for me, but I need a darker look today. I feel like I definitely need to keep up with self-tanning more now that my hair is darker, because it can wash me out bad. So I'll blend down my neck, no big deal. For concealer, I am using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. I just did a video on this talking about how much I love it, how it's an even better dupe for Tarte Shape Tape. This is a really, really good concealer. It lasts forever, it's full coverage, it's creamy, even though it's super full coverage, it's not drying at all. It's amazing. I'm going to set my under eyes with the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is nothing new. but I will use a new compact powder. For my compact setting powder, I'm using the Maybelline SuperStay powder. This is newish and I love the entire SuperStay line. This is in the shade Golden. I am obsessed with everything from that line. The stick foundation, the liquid foundation, the lipsticks, and I was ecstatic whenever I saw they had a powder. This powder works really well. If you want the extra coverage, you can use a more, this one's semi-dense, but it's really like fluffy. If you want more coverage, you can definitely use a more dense brush and get more coverage out of it, but it does a really good job of setting my face. And whenever I wear it, like sometimes, especially in the humid weather that I live in, I'll get oily in like my T-zone, but with this I have not noticed that issue. So I don't know, if you have oily skin and you've tried it, let me know down in the comments how it works for you, but it works really well for me. I went ahead and did my lower lash line. I just used the Nectar color, this one that I used pretty much all over my eye. And then I put on mascara, and the mascara I used is the Sistar Glam Up Mega Curling Mascara. I raved about this in my Sistar Cosmetics video, and I'm still using it, still loving it. Yeah. So I'm so excited to finally talk about this. I've talked about my friend Anya before in videos, and she's a makeup artist in Belfast. I'm obsessed with her, and she is the whole reason I am going to Belfast in September. I cannot wait to meet her. But anyway, she collabed with a brand called Jamm, and look how beautiful she looks. Oh my god, she's so pretty. I'm obsessed with her, kind of in a creepy way. But she collabed with this brand, and they came out with this contour and highlight palette that I have been using daily. I'm obsessed with it. We all know that I love the Kokie Powder Contour Palette, but anytime a friend comes out with something, I will always purchase it. You know, you gotta support the small influencers as much as the big ones. First off, the pans are freaking huge. You get a good amount of product with this. Whenever I'm going for a very bright under eye and I want it to really pop, I use this, like, this is a matte powder, and it's just like it kind of has a yellow tint to it, but it's pretty translucent once it's on the skin. I just use a dry sponge to place it on there, but I was going for more of a, like, I don't know, subtle look today. But for the bronzer, when I'm super pale, I use this one, and then whenever I have self-tan on, I use this one. This one is called Golden Goddess, so that's the one I'm going to be using today, and I will also be using the highlighters. I just love the shade of it, and it blends out so easily, and it also does not fade on me. Like, it lasts all day. Yes, I go excessive on the bronzer and blush. It's who I am as a person. Don't judge me. This is like my all-time favorite highlighting brush, the e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush. Definitely not supposed to be a highlighting brush, but it's perfect size for it. For highlighter, I'm going to be using this shade right here. This one is called Elegance, and it's beautiful. And then this one is called Bougie, also beautiful. Y'all ready for this? I just love, like, the wet look it has. And I'm also going to take some of the Elegance one that I just used and put it on my inner corner. Seriously, I'm in love with this look. I didn't think it, like, I was just having negative views whenever I did that first eye and it flopped. but now I'm actually really, really liking this look. I want to wear one of my Maybelline matte ink colors, but I feel like I need to do like a warm tone. I think I might mix these two together. This is Poet and Driver. Wait, is that Driver? Yeah, this is Driver, this is Poet. Oh wait, I actually like this by itself. This one is the Poet. I think I'm just gonna wear this one by itself. Honestly, I don't know if I've ever worn this outside of my Maybelline SuperStay swatch video. And I actually like this. Okay, so for setting spray, I'm sorry that I keep mentioning this brand, but I've fallen in love with quite a few of their products. This is the It's You setting spray by Sistar, and I've been using this. I've only had this like for a little over a week, I believe, and I use it consistently.
That didn't even touch my face.
It really does set my makeup in and like lock it into place. I love that. Okay guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will link everything that I used down below in case you want to check any of them out. Most of this was like either drugstore or very affordable, just to let you know. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I love you guys so much. Bye!